Okay, Bismillah, all praise be to Allah, and may the peace and blessings of Allah be upon His Prophet Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, and maybe good morning, depending on where you're based. I'd like first to welcome everybody here on behalf of Bridges Foundation, the directors of the associations, presidents and principals of schools, imams and teachers. Assalamu alaikum, all of you. Young Muslims today are facing a lot of challenges, and most notably intellectual challenges that affect their faith, Iman. Over the years, we've seen a wave of atheistic ideologies trying to influence emerging Muslim generations and spoil the faith in their hearts. In this conference, we aim to fulfill our duty and support educators in their efforts to maintain the faith of our children, hoping that we act in accordance with our Prophet, peace be upon him, in his hadith, كلكم راع وكلكم مسؤول عن رعيته. All of you are guardians and are responsible for your words. What we are going to present today is the culmination of decades of research and experience in addressing doubts and responding to the queries of youth amid contemporary social and intellectual changes that have affected and are still affecting Muslim communities everywhere. Building on the expertise that Bridges Foundation has built across the years, the foundation has developed games and interactive platforms to tackle the challenges. And one of the associations that have made the best out of these platforms has been Al Hayat International School in Lebanon. And today we are pleased to have the school president, Mrs. Ala Qatirji, here with us. And she will present her school's experience with our program. So please, the stage is yours, Mrs. Ala. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Thank you, Mr. Ahmad. Thank you, Dr. Fadil. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, everybody. Truly, when we look at the world we're living in, it is clear that we are navigating an unprecedented era marked by the collective convergence of moral, ideological, social, and economic deterioration. It is a deterioration that had previously only plagued past civilizations separately, and alarmingly today, the foundations that once guided our societies are heavily maligned. What was once considered morally imperative is now often questioned, and what was once vile is now shamelessly celebrated as progress. In spite of these challenges, Allah's mercy continues to shine upon us. He has placed within many of us a deep sense of responsibility and a commitment to safeguarding our values. And for this, I pause and invite you to do so too. I pause in tribute and gratitude, a gratitude to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and a tribute to every single one of you here today for the dedication and willingness to engage in this much needed conference. Thank you, Bridges, definitely. Together we can learn from one another and navigate ways to protect our youth from the harmful influences that surround them, inshallah. I'd also like to extend my sincere gratitude to Bridges Foundation, the dedicated team, the founder, Engineer Fadil Sulaiman, your remarkable efforts in developing innovative programs and tools for the children, the adolescents, the educators, and parents. They are definitely noticeable. Your efforts also play a vital role in reinforcing Islamic principles and solidifying the logical and ideological foundations of our children. From Lebanon, I'd like to share our experience at Al Hayat International School, HIS, where we have integrated the programs and tools developed by Bridges into our curriculum. Actually, our school adopts the Lebanese curriculum alongside diverse international curricula, while embracing Islam as both a belief system and a way of life. This dual focus actually brings up unique challenges for our students, curriculum, faculty, and staff, definitely. And our openness to external experiences and collaboration has helped us so much strategically to pursue our educational mission and achieve our vision. Let's go back to 2019. In the fall of 2019, and as we begin a new academic year, Lebanon, as you all know, was swept by a revolution. And this prompted us to adopt a hybrid learning model alternating between in-school and remote learning. And then COVID-19 pandemic confined us all to our homes, and this left our students more exposed than ever to an unregulated virtual world. Alhamdulillah, during this time, we remained in close contact with Bridges, exploring the latest insights and the developments they were applying. We successfully engaged our students in several Bridges educational e-games. It includes After the Match, Save the Turtles, and Rescue the Princesses. We were also honored to host Engineer Fadel physically and remotely on different occasions to address our faculty, staff, parents, students. He was able to reinforce key concepts and provide us with valuable perspectives on the shared responsibility towards this generation. Alhamdulillah, our students eagerly responded to these educational games, and our Islamic studies team and teachers who supervised these activities greatly benefited from the research and the ideas provided by Bridges. We were actually so delighted when one of our students won the first place in one of the games, and we were even more thrilled by the sentimental gift of having his name mentioned at Al-Aqsa Masjid. Inshallah, we pray to Allah that He grants victory to Aqsa, to Gaza, to our nations as well soon, bi'Iznillah. Now, when it comes to assessment at HIS, it goes beyond traditional methods. We use these games as assessment tools across several grade levels, and this approach allowed for multifaceted student engagement that reinforced the concepts embedded in the games. And this happened through the discussions that were happening between the teachers and the students while they were playing the games. And actually, here comes the core. From this experience, I'd like to highlight 5 major points. One, the vicious demoralization that we are facing nowadays requires us to be equally vicious in our efforts to empower, protect, innovate, and diversify our methods, especially those that are addressed to our children. And number 2, it is crucial to consider the needs and realities of our time. This will help us to build upon them when forging meaningful connections that will hold relevance with our audience, with our children, students, you name it. Number 3, we must address our age. We must address the age groups in a way that resonates best with their experiences. For example, it was pointless to lecture our students about atheism in an era where electronic games and the virtual world dominate the minds of the youth. So that's why having this gamified methods, it was very helpful for the students and for the children to work and navigate the concept of atheism and other issues that were held by Bridges. 4, concepts and big ideas need to be seamlessly and engagingly developed in children so that they become solidly established, inshallah. And last but not least, number 5, it's essential to bring up the community. It is only in unity and with combined efforts we continue working with shared vision and mission to overcome the obstacles together, inshallah. Throughout these challenges, we highly salute Bridges for brilliantly designing the solutions and overcoming each of the points that I've mentioned just a minute ago. I wish you, Bridges, a successful conference that brings great benefit to all of us, inshallah. We face an immense responsibility before Allah and before our communities. The imperative to protect our children from deviations and the doubts in this contemporary era. We trust you guys in Bridges to build, strengthen, and maintain the bridges and connections that will lead us to attain our shared goal, bi'Iznillah, ya Rab. Thank you, Ahmed. Thank you, Dr. Fadel. Thank you, Bridges. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Jazakumullah khairan, Mrs. Ala, for sharing the experience. That's really inspiring. Thank you. Now is the time for the director of Bridges Foundation, Ustaz Fadl Suleiman, to present the program and the games the foundation has developed. And to those who don't know him, Fadl Suleiman is a member of the Islamic Union of Muslim Scholars. He was a member of the Supreme Council of Islamic Affairs of the Arab Republic of Egypt in the years 2012 and 2013. He is the director of Bridges Foundation. He was the Muslim chaplain at the American University in Washington, D.C. between 2001 and 2004. He translated the first translation of the 10 qira'at of the Quran to the English language. He explained the Quran in a series of 1010 videos known as the lockdown videos during the COVID-19 lockdown. He produced 3 documentaries about Islam known as the Fog is Lifting series, which were translated to more than 30 languages, including the Hebrew language. Finally, he specialized in debunking misconceptions about Islam, including atheistic misconceptions. So, without any further delay, please everyone welcome with me Sasfat Suleiman.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakumullah khairan, ya Ahmed, for the introduction, and Jazakumullah khairan, Miss Ala, for this beautiful and inspiring speech. May Allah bless you and bless all the children of your school, Al Haya School, whom I have seen, actually some of them recently, just last month. I met them in Turkey in one of the camps, and the 3 of them were amazing, actually. May Allah bless you and bless them and bless your children. All praises are due to Allah, the creator, the cherisher, and the sustainer of this universe. And may his peace and blessings be upon his noble prophet Muhammad and his descendants and his companions. Let me take you quickly to our presentation. Allow me, please, to share screen with you. I think this is the presentation. Okay. Of course, we all know that al-wiqaya khayru min al-ilaj. Prevention is better than treatment. It is better to give the right vaccine, not the hoax vaccines, but it's better always to give the right vaccine, better than waiting until people fall ill and then try to treat them. But the question is it possible to protect people from falling into atheism through education in early childhood? Well, what is atheism? Atheism is a way of thinking. So it's like fanaticism. It's actually a fanatic way of thinking. So is it possible to protect a person from falling into fanaticism through education and upbringing during childhood? Definitely yes. If we upbring the child and educate him in a way that makes him think in a moderate way, moderately and objectively, not subjectively, definitely he's not going to fall into fanaticism. Same thing. If we can find the root causes of atheism, and then we find the mental vaccines, the mental principles that can neutralize these causes of atheism, and then we deliver them to the children in early childhood, then this will definitely save them from atheism. So we had to find the root causes of atheism first. We've been counseling people who left the religion for over 25 years. So we had a good list of these root causes, but recently in the last, I think it was like 5 or 6 years ago, a committee was held, and there was some kind of working together, of coming together between organizations that do the similar thing as Bridges. One of them was the Yaqeen Institute in America. One of them was Ayera, and we came together and we shared information. By sharing this information, we were able to have more root causes that maybe we did not face and we did not encounter ourselves in Bridges. So it was like having all the root causes that caused atheism under our hands. And I considered this like a fortune. So we held a committee that included child psychiatrists and educators and the Shari'in, the people who are specialized in Sharia. And we started brainstorming every single root cause and what exactly how it can be neutralized. So until we found these mental principles, or we can say mental vaccines, that if the child absorbs them, he is not gonna fall into atheism because of this root cause at any stage of life later. But what remained as a big challenge was the delivery. How can we deliver this to the children? I remember I found that most of the root causes are actually philosophical. Maybe one of the biggest root causes that causes atheism is the dilemma of evil. That how come there is a God when all this evil is in the world? When this is happening in Gaza, when this is happening in Syria, and so on. And also some other philosophical root causes, and there were some traumatic root causes and root causes due to wrong upbringing as well. So one of the biggest root causes, which is, as I said, the dilemma of evil, does not really cause atheism. Rather, it causes what is known as mesotheism, which is hating God, but not really denying the existence of God. The issue is, Bernard Schweitzer, in his book, The Untold Story of Mesotheism, or Hating God, said that people don't like to be identified as haters. So they don't say we hate God, but they say we deny his existence, while actually they are not denying his existence. Because when you ask them, why are you an atheist? He tells you, can't you see what's happening in Gaza? So this has nothing to do with God being with God's existence or non-existence. This has to do with God's character itself. Is he merciful or not? But not existing or not. But the issue is, I found that the Quran itself mentioned that. The Quran did not mention people denying the existence of God, but mentioned people who hate God. He said in Surah Al-Mu'minun, or do they say he is possessed? Rather, he has come to them with the truth. It speaks about Prophet Muhammad here. But most of them are hateful of the truth. Someone may say, hey, not necessarily that the truth here means God. Maybe it just means the truth. But no, if you continue reading, the ayah says, yet were the truth to follow their whims, the heavens and the earth and everyone in them would have become corrupted. So the truth here is Allah. One of the names of Allah is the truth. And that's what the ayah means here. So what happened is I filmed all the principles and the messages that I want to deliver to the children. And I saw that the children in the age of 7 and 8, they don't know me, they don't listen to me, maybe their parents do. So I thought that maybe if I color my hair and my beard, I will look younger, but I looked like a joke. I looked like someone who's very old and he wants to look younger because he wants to ask the hand of a teenager or something. So anyway, I deleted this video and I started just giving these presentations to children during one-to-one workshops. And in one of them, it was in Bristol, the organizer told me that one of the kids is from Egyptian parents, He's British, so he speaks good English. He speaks good Arabic also in the Egyptian dialect. And he likes me. He knows by heart many of my videos and so on. He can imitate me. This got me the idea of why don't he make these videos? And actually, Ahmed actually did about 15 or 16 videos. And then in the next videos, it was him and his brother, Yusuf. I'm going to show you some of these videos now. But the good thing is, because actually I received lately, a year ago, some people from a church, actually the Church of England, who told me that they subscribed to the games and they liked the idea. They're trying to copy it. But the children that they brought, when they deliver the message, they are not delivering it like Ahmed and Yusuf. They are delivering it without spirit. It's like kids who just memorized things that they don't understand. So they asked me, how did you do that? How did you train these kids to speak like that, understanding every single word? And I'm going to tell you later how we did that. But let me show you a little bit of what Ahmed did, actually.
We can't hear the voice.
Okay. I'll stop sharing and share again with the sound. Bismillah. I think I have to do advanced. Yes, share sound. Okay, let's see if this will work. What's that? Basic. Yep. Let's see.
Without reading and understanding these messages, we will live in confusion and we will never be able to enjoy our life. What is my job? What are my tasks? Do I have tools to accomplish such tasks? And are they sufficient? What do we get in return and when do we get it? These messages are the Quran. If you read the Quran with understanding, you will understand your own life and you will have a very stable life free of any confusion. But the one that ignores the Quran and listens to whispering voices that try to make him doubt the messages of the Quran will live a very unstable life. But where does the Quran mention the job of the human being? In the very first story in Surah Al-Baqarah, the story of our father Adam. وَإِذْ قَالَ رَبُّكَ لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ إِنِّي جَاعِلٌ فِي الْأَرْضِ خَلِيفَةً. And recall when your Lord said to the angels, I'm appointing a viceroy in the earth. God told the angels that he's appointing on earth a boss. So every one of us should understand that God appointed us, human beings, to manage this planet.
So as you see, the main issue was to deliver the message. So what we did is we filmed with Ahmed a 4 minutes video, drama video, which I'm going to show you now. And then Ahmed elaborated on this video, explaining to people what this video means. And this video deals with the dilemma of evil. Because if the human being understands what is his job on earth, why did Allah bring him to the earth? What are his tasks as the Khalifa, which is to worship, to do da'wah, to call upon people to do good, and to develop the earth, and to uphold justice and combat injustices, and knows his tools, the tools given to him by Allah, so that he can achieve these tasks, which is the first tool is subjecting to him the environment and the world, the ability to learn in a way that even angels don't have, decision making or freedom, and know that at the end what he can expect from Allah is actually that Allah becomes that Allah accepts him and be content with him and go to paradise. If this happens, then he will be able to actually face the calamities of this earth. Let me share with you now the screen and show you the first video.
That's right.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. You're just on time. The game is on.
Did I miss much?
No, it just started. You know Muhammad Salah is playing here next week?
Really?
Would you like me to buy tickets?
Yes, please.
Inshallah, I will.
Stop, don't go. Don't believe the notes. They are fabricated. They are written by a human. There is no scientific proof that you are a medic. How can you know he is really injured? There is no scientific proof. Maybe he is just pretending. And the tools in this bag are not enough. How can you know that they are sufficient? There is no scientific proof. And what if you don't get paid after the match?
Okay, then who am I then?
You are anyone.
If I'm not a medic, then who am I?
Don't worry about that.
Tell me, who am I? What are my tasks? Why am I here? Why am I wearing these clothes then?
Just relax and enjoy your life.
What is the bag in my hand?
Maybe it was here by coincidence, by chance.
So what will happen to me when a match is over?
When the match is over, there will be nothing.
Ahmed, why are you confused? Why are you hesitating? Go do your job.
Okay, I'll do my job.
Goal. Did you see that?
I can see.
محمد صلاح والهدف الثاني في هذا اللقاء والهدف الثاني بقميص ليفربول. هذا الصغير هذا القصير لكن لم يكن.
You see here, guys, Ahmed saw a dream, and then in 15 videos that are put inside a game, he will be explaining the dream, that this match represents our life, this stadium represents the world, he represents the human being, and the cards that, or the text that he found in his pocket represents the Quran. And without reading the Quran, without reading this text, he wouldn't have been understood. Why is he in this strange place? And confusion could have been continued actually in his heart and in his mind, because he doesn't know why is he here, why isn't he with the spectators, why isn't he playing with the players, why is he wearing a strange uniform, what is the bag of tools that is in his hand. All this was explained to him by a text. So we need this text in order to understand. Of course, after that, we had to make another game or another set of videos in which we establish the existence of the Creator in the hearts and minds of the children. So we had to make another game called Save the Turtles, in which we explained many important concepts, that how can we believe in God if he is unseen? Why isn't the Big Bang the Creator itself? How can the human being himself be the evidence of God's existence? What if religion and science contradict with each other? Why can't science substitute religion if science can answer questions today? DNA, that's a very, very interesting video that shows the DNA and explains simply the DNA for the children, to tell them that it's impossible that this world could have come by chance or without a creator. Also, it speaks about Tawheed and the unique oneness of Allah and why there cannot be more than one God. Also, there is a video that neutralizes the effect of the atheist teacher, because some international schools hire teachers from backgrounds from atheist backgrounds, and they affect the children. So how can we neutralize the effect of an atheist teacher and still keep his respect in the minds and hearts of the children? The probability of randomness, is there any probability that this world could have come randomly? Okay, even if we explain to the kids and prove to them that God exists, but still he is unseen. So can the unseen be important? I'm going to show you a very short clip in which the kids effectively are explaining how the unseen can be important. The argument of the creation of heavens, the argument of diversity, the argument of fine-tuning, explained in oxygen, explained in water and life, explained in the ozone even. So let me show you a video in which Ahmed and Yusuf, now two people will appear now, and the two children will speak about that. Why can't science replace religion if science can answer people's questions now? Listen to this and see how convincing they are.
Ahmed, what are the things that science can explain and what are the things it cannot explain?
Science explains how some things happen, so it explains how, not why.
Can you explain a little more?
Let me give you an example. You see this finger? Why is it stretched like that? Science explains how it stretches. Because the muscles contract and the tendons in the hand pull the finger, so it becomes stretched. But science wouldn't know that I raised my finger to take permission from the teacher, to ask her a question or to go to the bathroom, or maybe to say the Shahada. There is no God except Allah and Muhammad is the messenger of Allah. Science only explains how my finger is stretched, but not why. Imagine when the teacher asks me, why are you stretching your finger? What should I say? Because I want to go to the bathroom? Or because my muscles contracted and the tendons pulled my finger? This would definitely be a funny answer. It is not the right answer. However, it's scientifically right. Science can't answer every question. Science cannot tell me if something is halal or haram. For example, murder is a very, very bad crime. Science cannot tell if murder is good or bad. Religion tells us what is wrong and what is right. The same thing applies to stealing. Science will not say it's haram because science doesn't understand halal or haram. It cannot tell you that the money you stole is not yours. Science does not understand human rights. Science alone may make stealing look good. If someone has £5 and he steals 5, he increases his money to 10.
Wow! So by science only, people might think that stealing is okay.
Exactly, and it will be a very, very big problem. That's why religion is needed to organize life and protecting the weak from the strong by telling the strong one there is someone stronger than you, God, and that if he harms the weak, he cannot escape God's punishment. This is the role of religion which science cannot do.
See here,
Ahmed,
another video that I'm going to show you now. How can the unseen be important? Okay, if you prove to us that God do exists, but he is unseen, and definitely the unseen is not important. So you will see now how he will convince the children that the unseen can be the most important. Here.
can the unseen be more important than what we can see?
Imagine if the teacher gave the student a book to read and summarize, then explain it to his classmates, and then the student takes the book and spends days and nights reading the book for 2 weeks, and then goes to the teacher and says he's ready to summarize the book to his fellow students. Then he says to his fellow students, the book weighs about 1.5 kilograms, and the total count of the letter A in the book is 3,322, and the letter B is 746, and the letter C is 366, and the letter D is 945. And after counting all the letter, he starts calculating how much ink was used to write the book, and then he tells them that it took about 1 liter of ink to make the book, and then he says, that way I have summarized the book letter by letter and informed you of the total weight of the book and the amount of ink used in it. Here comes a question. Is what he did right?
Would anyone even think of doing that? He was supposed to read the meanings of the words and understand them, then explain them to the class.
Exactly, he was meant to understand the meaning and explain it to the class. The meaning is the core. The meanings are more important, even though we do not see them. We see the letters and the ink, but if what we can see is more important than unseen, then this student has done a good job. For example, these 3 letters. P-E-N, pen. We understand the meanings of these 3 letters together, and a picture of the pen comes to our minds. So the unseen meaning, which we cannot see, is what matters, is what makes the letters important, is real. In the desert, usually, one sees the water from far, while actually there is no water at all.
Yeah, this is a phenomenon called mirage.
Exactly. When the sunlight is reflected on the sand, we see water. Our mind tells us, do not believe what you see. Your mind corrects what you see with your eyes. Because the mind is more important than the senses, our mind can realize the reality with experience and knowledge, while our eyes can deceive us. We cannot see God Almighty, while in fact He is the truth. Al-Haq, the absolute truth, is one of the 99 names of Allah. A healthy mind rejects the idea that existence has no creator. How come I exist? How come you exist? And how come the planets exist? And how come the DNA exists without a creator?
Do we have to prove to people that God exists?
No. Those who say that God does not exist are the ones who are supposed to prove that. We do not need to prove that there is a creator that created that universe, because that's what reason accepts. You have to be superstitious to believe that things came from nothing. Those who claim that the universe exists without a creator are the ones who should prove that. Without Allah, nothing in this life has a meaning.
Okay. So we used 15 or 16 of these videos actually to establish the fact that of the existence of a creator, and we uploaded them in a game called Save the Turtles. Many people ask me about the turtles. Why did you choose turtles? Well, turtles are dawab, also like animals, like the dog and the cat that are mentioned in the seerah of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, that a woman went to hellfire for locking up a cat until the cat died. And a woman who was actually a prostitute, but she gave a dog water and saved him from death, because the dog was about to die. And that was the reason why Allah actually admitted her to paradise. So again, one of the things that bothers me sometimes is to see the movement of saving the environment and preserving the environment led by non-Muslims, while we as Muslims should have been the pioneers, should have been the champions who champion such movements, because not only because we want to live in a green planet away from cancer, which is the egocentric reason of the West in leading these movements. No, it's also because we believe that we live in a worshipping environment. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us in the Quran that everything around you knows how to pray and how to worship, is that you don't know how they do that. So the ducks that swim in the river are praying, and the trees are praying, and the planets are praying, and we are praying. We are in harmony with the universe. We are like musicians in a concert when everyone is playing one instrument, but at the end, all of them are contributing to the same tune. So each one of them will not sound good alone, but all of them together will sound good. So this is the type of things that we want our children to understand, that their religion is all about life, not just something that they do on the prayer rug or in the mosque. So we made 4 games. One of them is called After the Match. We made it in the summer of 2019. That was the very first one. And it was, you're going to see a clip of it now. It was mainly a penalty shootout, a football penalty shootout. And then we made Save the Turtles, which is establishing the existence of God. And then we got feedback from people that the children who are gamers, who play games, found that the After the Match game is too simple and maybe boring for them. So we made another sophisticated one that they can download on their mobile phones. And you can download it now, by the way. It's for free on the App Store. If you go and type After the Match 2, you will find it. It's actually a nice, difficult water race. Car race. And of course, some of you may say that car racing is unethical to give it to children. Yeah, but we made it that the child will only speed up in case he is driving an ambulance and he is having an injured player. So after the match, he takes an injured player. He has we have 15 matches with 15 videos and 15 famous players. One of them is Muhammad Salah. One of them is Ronaldinho and Ronaldo. I don't know the rest of the name, Messi, stuff like that. And he's taking one of them to the hospital and he's racing. And the last game that we made in the summer of 2022 was called The Rescue of Two Princesses, in which we prove that the authenticity of Islam through the elimination theory, by eliminating the probabilities. So you can conclude that, or the player can conclude that the Quran cannot be except the word of God. And this in itself proves the authenticity and the trustiness of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ and the authenticity of Islam. Let me now show you a little bit of every game. This is After the Match 1. Each player shoots penalties and stands as a goalkeeper to receive also shootout. This is After the Match 2, which you can also play on your mobile phones. And this is Save the Turtles. Notice that there is a small map in the left corner at the bottom of the screen. This small map shows the player the distribution of the plastic bags that he is going to be recycling in order to save the turtles. So these are simply bits and pieces from the games. The challenges that we faced was mainly the teacher's ability to use the games, because the teacher should also open these games in school and watch a video with the students and discuss the video. And after every video, by the way, there are 4 or 5 questions, because what worries us is that what if the child is not attentive during the video? So in this case, he's not going to absorb the mental principles that we want him to absorb. So in this case, we added after every video 4 or 5 questions in which the main goal of the video is put in the heart and mind of the child through the answers and the questions and answers if he did not actually grab it from the video. So we dealt with the first one, which is the teacher's ability to use the games in a way that we are going to show you now how. And when we did that, we held this conference to announce for teachers that now they don't have to open the games in order to play these videos and discuss the questions and answers with the children through something that we are going to show you now. The second challenge is that watching the video once and answering the questions and answers once may not be enough, because we promise you that these root causes will be neutralized by these concepts that the children will understand from the videos. But maybe they need to watch it 3-4 times at least. So in this case, what we do is we tell the teacher that he will watch the video once with the children and discuss it with them and check the answer, the questions and the suggested answers with them and discuss it with them. And then he has to encourage the children to go and play against each other, to go and play the games at home and see every week the scores of the kids, and they can enhance their scores and play again and again and again. Every time they play, they are watching the videos and answering the questions. And by the way, we made watching the video attentively and answering the questions properly a part of the game in Save the Turtles. If the child answers the question and gives the right answer from the first attempt, the points that he collected during the game will double. So he can start a video with 300 points. And then it doubles after the first question to 600, after the second question to 1200, after the third question to 2400, and then 4800. So he enters this video with 300 points. He comes out from it with 4800 points. Why? Because he was answering properly, not haphazardly. So it's a part of the game to watch the video attentively and to answer the questions carefully. Okay? Also, the third challenge is that many people thought that if they subscribe for the kids in these games, they are going to avoid atheism forever like that. No, thinking that the kids are going to play alone. The kids will not find our games in which in every game they watch 15 videos talking about religion, answering questions and answers. They will not find it as attractive as the commercial games, PUBG and whatever, in which there is no talking about religion, in which there is nothing like that. So don't compare Bridges games to commercial games. Compare Bridges games to the traditional way of teaching religion. This will be attractive for the children. So I tell people who actually want to subscribe for their kids, not through a school, that yeah, go and subscribe for yourself, for your wife, for every child, and play against each other. Every one of you will have an account, and he goes and he plays and so on. So this will be nice. And when you speak to the children, we don't speak as if these are games that are substituting the other commercial game, because our children, especially those who are gamers already, who already play games and they are into games, will not should not compare it to the commercial games. Okay. So what we are announcing to you today, or to the teachers, especially and imams, that they don't have to go to the games anymore. Now we have a program on or a software on Bridges website. When you subscribe to our website, you will go directly, you can go directly to this program, which is called The Truth About Life and Islam, in which the academic part or the videos of the 3 games are there. You can either go to the purpose of life and see or watch the 16 videos of the first game after the match, and of course the 4 or 5 questions after every video, or go to Proving the Existence of God, in which you watch with the children the videos of Save the Turtles, or go to Proving Islam's Authenticity, in which you watch with the children the videos of the rescue of 2 princesses and the questions and answers of all of them through this gateway. You don't have anymore to go and open the games. So this will make it much easier for imams, for teachers of religion to deal with that. But you must ask the children to play against each other and encourage them to take screenshots of the scores and come to show you who scored what. And the more they play against each other, the better, because this means that they are watching more and more of the videos. The very first set of videos, which is called the videos of after the match, they deal with some philosophical root causes. They are very simple, by the way. Ahmed, you will see that he is simplifying it for the children. 7-year-old will grab it properly. I have some cases, children who are 5 years and a half, and they understood it. But the issue is, for you as an imam or for you as a teacher, you need to watch 10 lectures that I am giving to you. It's called it's a workshop on our website called Protection from Atheism for Parents and Teachers. And when you go there and you enroll in this, you will find 10 lectures in which I am explaining to you each one of the 15 videos of after the match, what are the goals behind of this video, and what exactly do we need from you to do, because we need to be all on the same bandwidth and not to make mistakes with the children when we discuss it with them. So here is the videos that I am explaining, actually, with the dilemma of evil and injustices. Okay. And I want to tell you that it is a very good idea to use games as a tool for education. Actually, there are games, and that behind, of course, there is also books. This is this book, Atheism for Kids. which you can see the cover on the screen also, is written by the best student of Richard Dawkins, the most staunch atheist in the world. In this book, he's simplifying for 4 years old and 5 years old children why there is no God. He's telling them that daddy and mommy invented God, created God, because medicine wasn't good enough. So they needed someone to pray to when they fall ill. Now we have a medicine for every disease, and we have a vaccine for every virus. So people don't need a God anymore. They just need a good doctor. Subhanallah, wallahi. As soon as they wrote this book, the corona started after about a year and a half. And it made all the scientists of the world dizzy, trying to find a vaccine and trying to find a medicine. Anyway, there's also this, books about humanism, because actually atheism is too negative word and nihilistic, but humanism isn't. It's a nice word. And here, as soon as the children open the first page, they will find Daniel Radcliffe. Is very famous among children because this is the actor who acted Harry Potter. So they show them that the most successful people, the people that you love and you are a fan of, are not religious. They don't believe in God. And there is also very destructive games as well. This, for example, is a game called Family Island, in which a family goes to an island, and then the child here asks, where do trees come from? And the player has to choose, from God, or it's a gift from Mother Nature. If the player chooses created by God, the father appears frowning, and he tells him that this is a wrong answer by telling him, no one really knows for sure. No one can prove the existence of God. But if he chooses the other one, it's a gift from Mother Nature. The mother appears and she praises him and tells him, yes, the roots are growing big and strong. Thank you, Mother Nature. If the child asks, and who created Mother Nature? There is an answer that is, she always existed, or the creator. If she chooses the creator, then again, the father appears and says, no one really knows for sure. But if she chooses, it always existed. It's not, the mother says, that's not important. Actually, what's important is to deal with the nature the way we want to be treated ourselves. This is humanism. So it's very, very dangerous. And you see, within 2 years, this game was downloaded about 10 million times. 10 million times. This is dangerous. This is so dangerous. So our children can be sitting with us in our room, playing a game that looks very innocent, while the game is brainwashing them. Okay? Not actually brainwashing, is brain pollution, polluting their brains. So for the schools and education centers, I encourage you to go for Bridges program of guarding the kids or immunizing the kids against atheism. We don't mention the word atheism at all for the kids. And none of you should enroll his kids and tell them, listen, I subscribe for you in these games that will save you from atheism and protect you from atheism. That's not good, because it's some kids actually will think that they are able now to go into the atheistic websites and debate with them because they know how to play some games. No, not necessarily. When I teach someone how to swim, that he can throw himself in the ocean and think that he's gonna swim from the shores of Morocco to Florida. He cannot. So that's very important. By the way, the very first school that subscribed was a school, Islamic school in Hong Kong, and then actually Al-Hayah International School in Lebanon, which did a very good job, mashallah, especially that Al-Hayah subscribed just before the corona, subhanallah, and then when the lockdown happened and people stayed at home, maybe it was a good idea, alhamdulillah, to have these games, because the kids were studying online, and maybe the main thing that they were studying, or the most successful, was the bridges actually line, because it was already done online. And to subscribe, you have to go to our website, bridges-foundation.org, and then you have to go to subscription. Click on subscription, and then choose Bridges membership. Subscribe. It says £40. Don't worry. If you will probably have a coupon if you want discount. You then enter the coupon code here, which can give you a discount of 50% or even more. If you want, ask us and we will give you a coupon. And then you have to do apply coupon. You have to click on apply coupon and then proceed to checkout. When you proceed to checkout, it will ask you for the details. In the details, I want you to put your child's name, because when you put the child's name, his name appears on the account when he is playing. And it tells him, bravo, Ahmed, and stuff like that. So you have to put the child's name here. And then you create your account password. Create an easy password so that you can remember. And then choose the way you want to pay, either by PayPal or by Visa or MasterCard. And then if you choose, for example, the Visa or the MasterCard, you have to enter the information of your card, and then you have to click continue. After that, you have to go, like that you subscribed, you have to go to courses or online courses, which will open for you everything we have. And we have a lot of things. We have da'wah workshops. We have a lot of things. We have Tarbiyya, Immunisation workshops. You can go and just click enroll to all of them if you want. Now they are available for you, all of them, since you subscribed. But if you don't click enroll on anything, it's not gonna go to your account. You have to remember. So what I suggest is that you go and click enroll on everything we have. Okay? Of course, especially the games after the match, Save the Turtles, the protection from atheism, and so on. Like that, when you go to my account later, every time you go to your account on the website, you just go to my account. You will find everything you subscribe to and you enroll to. Here, for example, دورة رد الشبهات عن الإسلام. This is in Arabic. There is also how to present Islam to non-Muslims. It's in English. And there is a lot of things. Okay? So like that, you actually subscribe. And if you have any questions, please email Brother Jihad Fathallah on support@bridges-foundation.org. Bridges-foundation.org, not .com. We are an organization.
So if anybody wants to ask a question, just raise your hand and we'll give you the permission to turn on your mic or your video and you can ask the question. Or you can send it to the co-hosts in the text if you prefer just to send a text message in the chat. So that will...
Well, there is a sister called Isra Muhammad. She's asking about the تطبيقات خاصة بجسور. Well, actually, we have also other apps. So we have a Quran app. So you probably heard Brother Ahmed when he introduced me. He said that I translated the Quran. Actually, I am one of the people who translated the Quran with the Qira'at. And it's an app that you can download for free. It's called Bridges Translation Quran. If you just write those 3 words, Bridges Translation Quran, on the App Store or the Android store, you will get our app. It's a very nice app, and we are refurbishing it right now. You can listen to all the qira'at. You can even listen to our translation audio. You can choose multiple reciters and have an Arabic English qira'ah, inshallah. So that's one of the apps. We have also a new app that we will launch soon called fadlsuleiman.com. It will have all the tadabbur in Arabic and in English, written and MP3 like SoundCloud, and also videos.
I think you can now unmute. Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum. First,
Hi,
thank you
Soraya.
for this informative and beneficial session or conference. There is somewhat out of the context question. However, I'm really interested to join Bridges Foundation. So how can I volunteer, for example, or be member of the organization?
Jazakumullah khairan, wallahi. Thank you very much. Many people want to volunteer with Bridges, but Bridges is not a member organization. So we don't have much volunteering jobs, except for people who are mainly working in the software programming and so that they can do maintenance for our games or for the websites and so on. Otherwise, you have to learn from Bridges and then go and move in society and do your own da'wah, establish your own organizations. But we are not a membership organization ourselves. And Jazakumullah khairan ya Malak for asking for this question. May Allah bless you.
Thank you, Malak. I think Bashir also has
Yeah.
something raised. You can now unmute. Yeah.
Yes, thank you very much. So I would like to, I want to ask beforehand if you can hear me.
We can hear you.
Great. Yeah. So first of all, I wanted to thank you for this presentation, and thank you for all your efforts as an organization and as a person for the dawah and for the protection of children. And actually, currently, I'm working as a teacher at a school, and I had a question related to that aspect, which is what I noticed with Muslim students. I'm at a local school where we have multiple students from different religions, and what I noticed with Muslim students is the indifference. So they're actually not really interested anymore in any idea, like not the idea of a God. Like they're just indifferent. They don't. It's like they're fine with it. If there's a God, they're fine with it. If there isn't a God, they're mostly materialistic. And I wanted to ask, what would be the possible approach to such a group?
Jazakallah khair, Bashir. That's an amazing question, and I'm happy that you worked in the area in this area actually teaching, because I think you are good in that. By the way, Bashir is the one who made the audio of the Shami dialect, Syrian dialect, on our games. And if you think about the message of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, mainly it was accepted by teenagers. I'm not going to say young people, teenagers. The Sahaba were teens. And it was rejected by the elders because it was too revolutionary against cultural things. So today when you see young people rejecting and elders happy with it, you need to know that what you are presenting is not the message of Prophet Muhammad. It's actually cultural things. It's Arab culture or Indian culture or Pakistani culture, but flavored with the flavor of Islam, which is not doing justice to Islam. But the more the revolutionary aspect of Islam, when it appears, it will attract youngsters to it. So that's one of the things that we need to. So that's why, for example, I told you that we chose the turtles for that. And we need to tell children that if using plastic too much is really killing turtles, then we can say that it would be haram to use more plastic than we need and stuff like. So the issue is we need to show the kids that Islam actually fixes life. It's not something that we do on Fridays. So this is the main thing. We need to speak to them differently. We need to present to them the beauty of Islam and how it can fix their life. May Allah bless you, Bashir. Jazakallah khair.
Thank you. Jazakallah khair.
Okay, we have some questions that I just received. So the first question, are you thinking of visiting Australia? Are you thinking of conducting training for teachers there? Not there. In general.
Well, I heard Australia is a very beautiful country. I don't know if it's really beautiful or is it has to be beautiful after 20 hours. Any land will be beautiful, but I actually received an invitation to go to Australia, inshallah, in December or January. So probably I'll be visiting Australia soon, inshallah. Yes, we train teachers when there's a program with a school. So that's what we said. If there is like 100 students, we can train 4 teachers for free for the school. And maybe I can make a workshop for teachers so that teachers can enroll in this workshop actually individually. But yeah, we do train teachers. And by the way, I told you that if you subscribe, you will find this protection from atheism for teachers and parents. It's a training. So those 10 lectures are a training in themselves because you have to watch the 15 videos and understand our goals from them. And still you can always ask me. And I'm thinking of like holding a Zoom workshop like this for teachers, inshallah, in the near future.
Great. Another question, Jazakumullahu khair, how to reach your games from Linux and F-Droid?
And what?
F-Droid.
Maybe it means Android. Maybe.
No, I just Googled.
There's something called F-Droid?
Yeah.
No,
Linux, what about Linux at least?
I'm not sure if it, I don't think that it...
is it compatible?
It works on Linux. Yeah, I don't think it's compatible on Linux. F-Droid, I never heard about it, though I'm an electronics engineer, but I stopped engineering a long time ago. We can ask we can ask Shadi and the geniuses in our Bridges, inshallah.
Good. Another one, I think this has to do with the Quran translation app in the App Store. So they're saying I don't have an App Store. So is it available also in the...
Yes, Android and App Store.
Okay,
both
of them. Okay. But all of the games are available in both platforms?
No, well, 2 games are available on mobiles, whether iPhones or not, or Android. Those 2 games are The Rescue of 2 Princesses and After the Match 2. You don't need After the Match 1 if you play After the Match because it's based on the same videos. But you will still have to play Save the Turtles, which is mainly played on, it's a Windows based, and it's better if it's played on a computer or a laptop, which establishes the existence of God. But I suggest that you start by After the Match.
Next question, may Allah bless you. I'm translating. May Allah bless you. Is there any plan to raise awareness among our kids regarding homosexuality?
Well, yeah, I have 2 lectures that are on Vimeo, not on YouTube, because I'm gonna risk my my YouTube channel. Actually, our SoundCloud channel vanished. It's gone. 3,500 lectures on it are gone. So we are not gonna risk our YouTube, but we have a Vimeo lectures, one in English and one in Arabic. And they are very important, and I wish that children starting 10 or 11 watch it. They have to watch it all. It would be good. Actually, the English one was already made for a school in Florida by Zoom, and I really want your children to watch it. Send us an email, and we will send you, inshallah, the link. I'll see if I can find it now. I'm not sure. But yeah, go ahead with the next question until I find.
Okay.
Yeah, here, I think I found it.
So I'm again translating from Arabic. How do okay, I'm not sure how to translate. كيف أقضي على قلقي؟ أنا الأطفال so أن الأطفال ممكن يسألوني سؤال لا أعرف كيف أجاوبه.
That's a very good question, by the way. One moment, because I found I'm now texting everyone in the meeting.
So just translating the question is that kids ask questions.
Yeah, that's a very good question, and don't worry.
Answer. So how?
Definitely, there will be always questions that we can't answer. There's no problem with that. One more type message here. Okay. طيب أنا حاطط لكم دلوقتي الفيديو ده الإنجليزي. This is the English video that your kids must watch actually about LGBT. When a child asked me once a question that was too difficult for me, I told him, that's a very good question, but let me do some research and come back to you with an accurate answer. He respected that so much. He should not expect that you know every answer. And I took my time. It took me about 2 months to find the answer. And then I came back to him and I said, listen, I found the answer. And I gave him the answer, and it was very convincing for him, and he liked that. So there is no problem at all that when there is a question that you don't know its answer, to say that, let me go and make some more research and come back to you. Right now, I may not have the correct answer. There's no problem with that.
Next question is, does the organization provide any support to the teacher to be able to teach the curriculum in طريقة نقدية, in critical way? And does the organization also provide discussion circles for youth for رد الشبهات, to debunk misconception?
Right now we don't have that. We don't have the discussion circles for youth. We are working on many projects actually regarding the Quran and Tadbur for children. But regarding the support that you need as a teacher, well, you subscribe to the program and you will find a lot of things to watch that are training you. And then you will be in contact with us and ask me whatever you want. We will answer you, inshallah. So don't worry about that. But right now we don't have discussion circles for youth right now.
Okay. So this is not a question, but it is nice to share. So I am trying to create a group for teenager girls to help future moms to be braver than my generation and prepare them to be stronger moms. The next question, thank you for the amazing work. I started to use those videos with an 11-year-old girl, but I'm translating those videos into German as
excellent.
So are you not planning to make versions in different languages or adding subtitles in different languages?
If you translate them, we can add the audio even. No problem. So I wish, actually, there are people who started translating to Italian, they stopped. I think there is the very latest one, which is The Rescue of Two Princesses. It is already in French. But yeah, I wish if we can do, but we can't do everything. So if people can translate some of them, we can add it, inshallah.
So I think they can contact us via
yeah,
the email.
Of course, contact us, yes. Definitely, yes.
More questions?
But there is a lady called Noha Hassan. If you can please allow her, yeah.
Okay, so you can unmute yourself.
Assalamu alaikum.
Shwakato.
Thank you so much, Engineering, Fadil, for this interesting talk. I just have a question. I'm currently working as a teacher, but not for kids, for undergrad in university. And they are Muslim. Most of them are Muslim kids, but they are totally away from Islamic instructions regarding their outfit, regarding the way they communicate with each other, boys and girls. You rarely see someone go to pray. You rarely see a girl مثلا she's she's respecting the way the Islamic way or the Islamic outfit. It's a seldomly seeing incidents.
In which country?
So, well, I'm currently in Egypt, but the university is a kind of an international university. So they are all Egyptians. They most of them are Muslims, but no Islamic feature is found in them.
Yeah.
And the issue is there is no to speak to them about religion or to give them comments about their outfit is considered as a violation for their freedom.
Yeah.
So how can I? Sometimes I feel sorry for them. I really feel sorry for them to see Fatima wearing an crop top or Aisha wearing something that's completely unacceptable. So how can I? I'm trying to be a role model for them. The way I dress, the way I talk, the way I address for them. But at the same time, if there is something I can do to guide them in somehow to that is non-acceptable or it's haram actually. How can I do this?
Da'wah to Muslims is different from da'wah to non-Muslims. Da'wah to non-Muslims is tell them information about Islam, but da'wah to Muslims is different. Every woman knows that hijab is fard. Every man who doesn't pray knows that he should pray. Everyone who drinks knows that he shouldn't drink. So don't tell them halal and haram at all. What you do is you make them closer to Allah, make them love Allah. If I see, I once was with the dua or da'iyat in Medina. And I told them, what if when you see a woman not wearing properly in a mall, what do you do? Because they go and they make da'wah to them. One of them said, I go to her and I tell her, death is closer to you than exit number 5. I said, okay, and does this work? Said, it never worked. I said, exactly. But if I were you, I would go and ask her, can I ask you, where did you buy these jeans? And you know what? They are wearing, they are totally covered, those da'iyat. And if she would be asking a girl wearing jeans, where did you buy your jeans from? She would be shocked. She would definitely ask her, do you wear jeans? Yeah, I wear jeans from my husband. But I'm asking you, where did you buy it from? And by the way, you seem nice. Why don't you join us in the Quran circle that we hold every Tuesday? Come, just try once. And before she comes, you have to tell all the sisters that none of them should comment at all about her outfit. And when she comes and she sits and she gets to know you and she learns the first hukm tilawa and she thinks that she now sounds nicer, better, she comes next time and next time and next time and next time. And by time, you will find her wearing hijab. Why? What happened? She started to love Allah. And when someone loves someone, he starts to do what pleases him and stay away from what displeases him. That's what happens. That's it. So that's how we do da'wah to Muslims. You need to have a kind of activity outside the university, and you start targeting one by one, attracting them to this activity, and that this activity, the best thing is a Quran circle. That's it. And by time, you do that.
Thank you so much. جزاك الله كل خير.
وإياكم ستي.
Okay, I want to apologize for the person that asked the question, so I'll repeat it. So the question was, I am trying to create a group for teenager girls to help future moms to be braver than my generation, prepare them to be stronger moms. So the question is, how could you help us and guide in that?
I have actually one of the main challenges that are challenging the young ladies today is feminism, radical feminism. So I have 4 episodes that I made about feminism in last year's ذكرى وعبرة. And actually it's a playlist that I have on YouTube that has 6 episodes. Now I wish that you watch them. Okay. So I want the girls to know that only Islam made them equal to men. Only Islam. Allah said, يا أيها الناس إنا خلقناكم من ذكر وأنثى وجعلناكم شعوبا وقبائل لتعارفوا إن أكرمكم عند الله الذكور. لا. الأغنياء. لا. البيض. لا. هو أتقاكم. So a woman can be better than a man if she has taqwa, more than him. And a black can be better than a white man if he has taqwa, more than him. And a poor can be better than the rich if he has taqwa, more than him. So it's about taqwa here. But the issue is we need to know our differences. We need to know that men and women are different, are actually equal but not similar. And we need to know the role of everyone and so on. So it's a topic that is completely outside the I don't want to go off topic to this extent during this conference. So but watch, but of course if you connect them to the Quran will do tarbiyah to them. And I really wish that people watch مقاطع حظر التجول, because for example in the ayah of الرجال قوامون على النساء, I explain the concept of قوامة and the role of the man in a way that if a woman listens even to this explanation, because this explanation is not only for men to tell them the truth about قوامة, but also for women to know the exact meaning of that. So that's important.
Okay, we have 2 more questions. The first one, I paid first for the after of the match game. Can I open the other games with the same account?
You did not pay for after the match. You subscribed to the website. This subscription is for 1 year, but we never closed it, so it's still ongoing. Just go to your account, put your email. If you forgot your password, say I forgot password, and your account is there. Just go to my courses, to online courses, and click enroll on everything. You will click enroll on the Save the Turtles, and you will have it and play it. Okay? There is also the other 2 games after the match 2 and the rescue of 2 princesses. They are outside the website completely. They are actually on mobiles. You can download them now.
Okay, and the last question, is the subscription on Bridges program meant also for parents or only organization?
No, for everyone. Yeah, for parents, for children. Yeah, the children should have the games, but the parents should have the games because they need to play against the children. We need to have quality time, guys, to upbring your children properly, to make them avoid atheism. I want to tell you that here. This book is called Faith of the Fatherless. I don't know if it appears or not. Faith of the Fatherless by Paul Davis. It speaks about the people who invented atheism. Mainly their problem was the missing father syndrome. Karl Marx had a problem with his father. Thomas Hobbes had a problem with his father. Nietzsche had a problem with his father. All those people. So what we need to do is spend time with our children playing these games. You must have your account and the child has his account and you play against each other. That's the
I think that was the final question. I
Alhamdulillah.
can't see anybody raising their
May
hands.
Allah bless you. May Allah bless you.
So, do you want to say something?
May Allah bless you. Jazakumullah khairan. Thank you very much for the attendance. Please share this video when we upload it on the internet. And I ask Allah to shower us with His mercy and to support our brothers and sisters in Gaza. Remember them in your dua. And may Allah bless you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.